Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing of sort of a Ryobi 2-cycle string trimmer. The reason I had to get a new string trimmer is I lent my old one to somebody who did not return it. They have returned it in the past, but they haven't returned it. From what I understand, they broke it, and it doesn't look like it's going to be coming back either way. So I had to go out and buy a new string trimmer. I hadn't had one for a couple weeks. My grass is getting pretty high where I need to trim. But however, I got to do a little disclaimer though. I've already unboxed it, okay? But let me go over the box a little bit. But if you look over here, if you look over there on the table, is the new string trimmer. I did not think about it when I was taking it out of the box that I should probably do an unboxing video of this. So there it is there, and we will get over there in a little bit and show you what's all involved in it. But in the meantime, I'm going to cover what the box has on it. So here's what we got. It's a Ryobi 2-cycle 18-inch 25cc straight shaft. I don't like the curved shafts. And then all the other languages. It's full crank engine, reloads in 60 seconds. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, the other one of the reasons I went with this is because, where is it? Right here, accepts accessories. Well, it doesn't say it in English there, but it does say it here somewhere. Okay, there it is. All the details, 25 or 25cc, which is one of the reasons I chose this. And it also says it reloads in 60 seconds, which don't matter to me either way. But it says attachment capable. And if you look, there's different attachments you can get for it. I have one attachment already, which is a edger. So I would like to continue to use that, except for I gotta get the blade off of it. It's jammed on there and I can't get it off of there. But let's go over to the table here, see what we got. So in the box, I also would like to point out, I was also looking at an Echo, because I've always wanted an Echo trimmer, never had one. But I've seen them. That's not true. I actually got a free Echo one time, and I used that very good, and it was a very good trimmer. But since then I had bought my other Ryobi. I have no problems with my other Ryobi. I liked it. So I decided to get another one. The Echo was only a 21.2 cc. The Ryobi is a 25. Probably won't notice a big difference using it, but there's a little bit more. So this is what you get. You get the whole head top unit, and that's split there so that you can put your different attachments on. They give you an extra roll of string, 0.95. The handle, the guard, and when I opened it up, I had no idea what I was looking at here, but I finally figured it out. It says it loads in 60 seconds. So that goes on there to crank your string in. You just run your string through that the way they tell you in the manual. It does give you an instruction manual here. Okay, to get you started. I'm not a one-handed guy, so bear with me here. Oh, you also get, let me put these under here. Well, you get your Ryobi owner's manual for probably both. You get like a registration papers. Something to do with ethanol shield. I'm not sure what that's all about. Don't care. So, but if I get a little ambitious later on, I'll look it up and add it to the video. If not, but this is your first time assembly. Tells you everything you need to know. So put your handle in. You don't need to use these, but it's pretty, goes through everything that you need to do. Alright. The first time start, place your trimmer on ground with trim head facing away from you. Repeatedly press the primer bulb 10 times, it says. See choke level, full choke position. That's all up there on the handle there. So, all right. Squeeze the throttle, set to half choke, squeeze throttle, all that good stuff there. So, but we're not going to go through all that. We're just going to put it together, and then we'll use it and see how it does. Because I am curious about how that new trimmer head, that's a different style than my old one had. So I'm curious how that's going to work out. I'm assuming that's the whole length that the head should handle. So I'm going to measure that out. I usually just measure that out just by putting it between my hands and stretching out my arm's length and go by that. We have a visitor here. Let me see if I can get him on camera real quick. Okay, he's still sitting there looking at me. There he is. He's sitting underneath my wife's bird feeder, which is that teacup hanging in the air with a saucer. My granddaughter made that. And okay, so what I do with my string, when I load my string, the way I measure it out, I just grab it here at the end. Grab the end and I just stretch my arms out. Take another stretch them out. And my old string trimmer, I used to do that 2.5 of them, 2.5 times. I'm not sure what this one will take. All right, let's get back over here and get to the assembly. First thing for me would be, and I also think it is in the book, that I'm going to put the handle on. Got this little wing nut. Just snaps on, very simple. Like that. Make sure you put your screw through the side, the bolt through the side where it holds the head of the bolt. There's a hex on this side. I'm not going to mix up any gas because I already have gas that I'm going to use. Pretty shortly I'm going to have to take a little trip up to a town not too far from, or it's probably about 20 miles from here. Get some non-ethanol gas for the winter time to store these things. But it's not easy to get non-ethanol gas around here, so I use what I get. We put that on, crank that tight. All right, let's move that back, see if that's in the... That is not in the view, so let's turn that over there. Then this has a clip on it. And you're gonna find your little notch here. Right in there. Let's see if you'll find your little notch right there, and that clip is going to slide in there, and then the screw is going to just hold it in place. Pretty simple. I came prepared for once. I go pretty tight on these because I've had them vibrate loose on a few of them. I know some people don't like to even have a guard on there. I like my guard. All right, we're going to put this stuff away. We're going to put some gas in her and see what happens. Okay, so that's all there is to assembling this Ryobi. Let me know what you think about Ryobi equipment, if you use it or haven't tried it. If you use it, you like it, don't like it, let me know. Put a note down in the comments and let people know what you think of them. If they're junk, in your opinion, if they're good, if they're so-so. I'll admit they're not the best out there, but they do a very good job, especially for the homeowners. But I have actually seen professionals using them too. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some gas in this. I'm going to fire it up and do some weed whacking. I got some weeds right over there that's got to be cut down. So we're going to see how it does. And that'll be pretty much the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and let's just see how she does. Let me turn these guys around here. Okay, I did seem to go through the spool very quick, but I am trimming around a lot of concrete. Looks like we're stuck here. The other end came off and she's not feeding anymore. So I'm gonna have to see about how this loads. My problem I have right now is it says not to remove this to load it, but I think I'm gonna have to remove this to unjam it. First I'm gonna just try to pull this out. So I don't know if I'm real crazy about this style head yet. This is the first time I use it, and it's giving me a problem. Yeah, there's more in there than I thought there was, so it got jammed up in there. This is the Ryobi brand string too, so I don't know. And it's pretty well jammed in there. I'm going to have to take it apart. Even though it says not to. Alright, it says you got like a lock there and over, so I guess you could turn that. Maybe. I don't see anything you push. Way more string in there than I thought there was for it to get jammed up like that. But I'm going to put the new piece in for now. Okay, so this is going to go back in there like that. I don't know if you saw that, but there's still quite a bit in there. Almost a full arm stretch. I'm going to put the other brand in there, or the other one in there. I'm going to line up the arrows here on both sides, and it twist it. All right, so we're going to do this the way it says. The arrows here. It says line your spool up. Trying to keep this in one position here. So you're gonna turn that and line yours up with the arrows. All right. Part here. I'm gonna have to put a knife or something. All right, I did 3 arm stretches, and I also still have that little bit left there, so I figure 3 arm stretches are going to be good to reload this all the time, which is my standard. So, and it says feed this through here till it comes out the other side, and then you're going to want to get an even amount. So I'm just going to put the 2 ends together and pull it. That should be pretty much an even amount. Now we're going to put the crank handle on it like it says, and it says to turn in that direction. It says 60 seconds, so we'll see. Looks like it takes a little getting used to. And I ended up with a short end there, so I don't know how I did that, but that's right.